Hi, I'm Sarah, and I was just wanting to share with you my experience of using Poultry Defender to get rid of red mites. The reason being, I have done a video before on using a spray that you can make out of stuff that you've probably got at home that is brilliant for getting rid of red mites, and I still totally stand by that. I've had chickens for over 10 years now, and every year that spray has been brilliant. This year has been a bit special. Weather-wise, it's just been all over the show, and those red mites have gone crazy. And it got to the point where I had to go out there every single day and douse the chicken coop in this spray, and that would keep them at bay. But if I skipped a day or two, then they just start taking over. And so I thought, nah, I need to call in some heavy artillery. So I jumped on the Bioforce website and looked up Poultry Defender, because I'd heard a lot of people talking about Poultry Defender, and I didn't actually know what it was. I didn't realise it's actually another kind of a mite that eats red mites. So it just came in a courier bag like that. It does say handle with care, but you know, who knows with couriers. So store at maximum 15 degrees, minimum 10 degrees. Now, it's a roasting hot day out there, so I hope these little buggies are okay. Feels pretty hot in here. So, comes in a tube like that, sealed at that end, and right. Some food to these fellas, keep them distracted. Fellasses and fellas. See the little mites running around there, the red mites. So I mean, you know, the numbers have dropped off a lot since I've been doing the spray on them, but they're just driving me absolutely nuts. It comes in its own, there's a special word for it, but basically dirt. You basically get a tube of dirt, and it's got these little mites in it, and it's sent in a package that's got other little things that the mites feed on in transit. So as soon as it arrives in the post, you really need to apply it straight away. You don't want to sort of keep them in there for too long. I just scattered a bit on this perch that I know has red mites on it. I actually did see a bit of movement in there. Oh, I see them, they're tiny. They do look. They actually look a lot like the red mites. They're only little. But yeah, they're in there alright. I want to see an attack going on. For some reason I'd envisaged this, you know, medieval style attack to happen. It did say to sprinkle it around the soil, around your height, but I know for a fact this is where they've been hanging out. So what I've actually done is, that's Muddle, he's very loud. So I've actually just sprinkled it all around where I know those mites have been hanging out, the edges of their boxes, the edges of their perches. I can actually see they're going head to head there. Oh, is it carrying a red mite up? I can see the Poultry Defender things and the red mites both there. Basically, yeah, they're a predatory mite. They eat the red mites. Looks wise, they're very small. They're not much bigger than the red mite itself. They're about a millimetre. You know, they're tiny. And they're light brown, so it's not easy to spot them in the dirt. At first I thought maybe they hadn't given me any, but they are just hard to spot unless you see them wriggling around in the dirt. They're not harmful to humans, they're not harmful to animals, so of course the chickens are perfectly safe with them. Alright, day 2. I'm back just doing a bit of a check. So yeah, I can actually see a couple of little red mites, and there's also some of the Poultry Defender mites on there. So they're living side by side. I'm hoping not in harmony. I'm actually having to hunt for them now, as opposed to seeing them straight away. So I'm hoping we're making some progress. Can definitely see there is still some red mites. This is the worst hit perch. I can't find many on the other perches at all. But we can certainly still see red mites. However, I can also see the Poultry Defender mites. If I'd just left them like this without spraying, they'd be absolutely running rampant. Now, I'll just share as well another little tip that I got from someone, and that's rubbing Vaseline all around the edges so that they actually can't get through to the chickens as they're perching. I know there's stuff that I'm actually going to look at painting these with something, putting some kind of coating on so there isn't as many little crevices for the red mites to get into. So that's all kind of preventative stuff that I'm going to look into as well. So as long as they're there as well as the red mites, hey, they're going to be well fed and they're going to continue working, so I wish them well. Yes, I mean the other perches that previously had lots of red mites on, they're really, I'm struggling to find any. So yay. Apparently there's the tubes that you buy, they say there is at least 10,000 mites in that tube, which is pretty incredible. per litre, 10,000 mites per litre. It definitely had an impact. At first I thought, maybe, to be honest, I was tempted out to get out my spray bottle after a few days because I could see those red mites. But of course you don't want to do that because you don't want to harm the Poultry Defender mites in the process. So I was, you know, hands off, alright, I'll leave them do their work. After about a week, I actually looked and I thought, well, their numbers have depleted. They're not gone. And even after 2 weeks, they're not completely gone, the red mites, but their numbers have certainly dwindled. Now, if I was out there, if I had just left them without spraying them for 2 weeks, it'd be crazy in there, you know. So I'd say they have done the job really well. They've certainly saved me from having to go out there and spray them every single day. They say on the Bioforce website it can take 2 to 3 weeks, so maybe in another week it'll be even better, I don't know. It's a nice natural solution if you're looking for that sort of thing. You know, releasing bugs that are going to eat the bugs that you're wanting to get rid of. They don't have any impact on the chickens or anything like that. Next time I get a red mite infestation, I'll probably just go back to using my spray and hope that works. If not, I know who to call. Bring in the Poultry Defender mites. So it's taken a bit of the stress off me knowing someone else is out there doing the job. So there you go. Hit like, check out my other chickeny videos if you like, and any of my other videos. Leave me a comment and we'll catch you next time. Bye.